Ladies and gentlemen, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm RangRoo. Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to Thursday. We are past Hump Day, and that means we're bringing you some more Steel Division today. We are on the beautiful, beautiful map of St Mere Eglaise Duelists in the European Veteran Division. So, you know, home field fighting. Rang, who do we have duking it out today?
On the left-hand side in blue, we have ChickenDew as the 3rd Canadian Infantry kind of mechanized division. And on the right-hand side, we have YueJin as the 9th Panzer division.
So a lot of maple leaves. We don't see these guys too much anymore, so give us a nice little brief overview. Say, a few seconds here.
It's just pretty much, they're good at everything, but not great in everything. They're a very well-rounded division with quite a bit of veterancy.
Well-rounded, a very apropos term to describe many Canadians, or no? Just out of curiosity.
We're good people.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say that my experiences with your country have always been pleasant and wonderful, so, 9th Panzer, though, at the same time, definitely going to be outnumbered, but outfought? Probably not, especially not in the hands of YueJin now, will they?
No, they're both pretty, fairly matched divisions economically and just, play style. For YueJin, it's, the Panda 2s and the Mortar 3s armorized, while ChickenDew has the heavily armored Ram 2. And just looking at the initial breakthrough, yeah, ChickenDew's going pretty heavy in that town with the, he's got the Rossbier and a bunch of infantry.
Yes, he does. Now, kind of funny thing is that before we hit the play before, he had a bunch more Wasps out. It definitely it looked to me like he was trying to go for a high risk, high reward kind of breakout here. It does please me to see something a little bit more conservative, though there's a very, very, let's say, early ordered anti-tank infantry. That could be kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, you got the Piat coming in, which makes sense, because the Canadians, one of their weaknesses of the infantry is they don't really have much in terms of anti-tank weaponry, so you have to use Piat squads to stay competitive in towns, especially against a Panzer division. But also, YueJin has Stern Pioneers in A phase, which really gives very good CQC capability.
Yeah, that is kind of exciting, isn't it? Even more so. And he is just so good at leaping from place to place. He does lose one of his groups of Stern Pioneers already, but he is a god of micro in many ways. And drawing out those early satchel charges from Stormtroopers will be very, very important here.
Up in the Panda Grenadiers, trying to engage the Stormtroopers. And he's seeing a micro back and forth, trying to dodge those satchel charges like MC Hammer.
Yes, sir. Stop. Are they bagmen? No, they're not bagmen. No one's indeed. Wow, Luke's is getting up in there. He might be able to take out this Wasp 2. Stormtroopers, I think, took out one of those half-tracks instead, too. So, not bloodless on either side by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, what is that, 13 to the north? Okay, yeah, that Martyr 3. So, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of just very, very minimalistic action on the flanks. We're going to be very, very focused on this town, as per usual.
The town is just the heart of the map, the centerpiece, and everyone's usually very focused for it. But at the same time, you can still make really good pushes on the flanks. I mean, with that Mortar 3 up here, there's nothing that can really challenge that Mortar 3 in A phase for the Canadians. They could maybe get like a 25-pounder in A phase to try and scare at Ray, but as long as he doesn't run it up, he's pretty good.
I was going to say, that 6-pounder that's right there, but okay, as long as...
The 6-pounder doesn't have the range to really deal with it. If YueJin is smart and doesn't run into the range of the 6-pounder.
Well,
you pretty much just have to use the, sorry. You have to,
no, please.
You just have to use the Armada 3s. It's like a long-range mobile anti-tank gun. Just move, Panzer Grenadiers in front just to choke up all the damage.
But we are threatening a limitation completely in terms of that AT. Yep, Luke's coming forward. Panzer Grenadier Fjord, kind of holding that entire German presence down. And with that Piat squad going down, we have one rifle leader with a couple of Piat shots, but who really cares? He's going to be more focused on trying to just back out and stay alive.
Yeah.
And with the mortar half-track moving in as well, YueJin is, shockingly enough, not getting drawn into a meat grinder. It seems like he's being very, very precise with how he's pushing forward.
Yeah, I mean, once he knocked out Yeti threat's now knocked out, I mean, he can just use his light vehicles very effectively, and YueJin has really good light vehicles. Panther 2s, Panther runs, 2-5 runs, all perfect for this town fighting extravaganza. And the stormtroopers here, and they're pretty powerful, but with 5 support vehicles, they definitely lose their edge.
Well, besides, we know too, stormtroopers can't shoot.
Exactly.
So...
That's why they have to rely on throwing satchel charges for these guys.
Yep. There's no problem that cannot be solved by the proper application of high explosives.
Amen.
In and out. They're actually not going to get their satchel charge off. Wow. I have never seen that really happen. I mean, YueJin, geez, he's bringing them in. He's drawing in and out constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But like I always gush, these guys are at the top of the rankings for a reason, and looks like they're going to be staying there for quite a while. Stormtroopers to the south and no satchel charge left. Sniper scouts being brought on in. Interesting call, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, snipers always a really good unit, as they can suppress everything pretty easy peasy like.
They are fairly efficient, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And the Germans threatening to control the entire town. They do have that +1 advantage already. Wasp being brought on in kind of, let's say, very optimistically.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty optimistic. I mean, if YueJin can get his stern pioneer in, which it's going to do, yeah, I think he's just going to be able to clear everything up now, and then just let the light vehicles do the talking.
Yes, sir. No, never mind, stern pioneer does go down.
That's his last run for A-Phase.
But at least he traded out for the AT. So at least the Piat squad went down. He lost a P1 at the same time as well. The stormtroopers are using their last satchel charge, and with that going kaboom... Wow. Took out the half-track. It is always forever a source of confusion for me to try to keep track of where those satchel charges are going to be going. And
I know.
I'm always trying to figure out the priority for sometimes for those specific units. But man...
I just wait for something to blow up.
Yeah, but when it's your stuff that might be blowing up, you try to be a little more, let's say, proactive.
Oh yeah, when you're actually like trying to micro it yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like really keep an eye on it, because you try to look at the like aim timer, and it's like, oh god, do I like move it now and try to like duke him out? Because there's always like a delay too with like satchel charges.
Mm-hmm. It's a game of, do I know that he knows that I know that he knows, kind of thing. Yep.
And now we know.
Indeed we do. Half-track going to start putting some fire down on those that Willie's MB. And then finally, at long last, a Humber being brought on in to try to stem the tide from all these light vehicles, which are causing quite a bit of a problem here for the Canadians.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those Panzer 2s and 2.5 run. I mean, that 2.5 run is a lovely spot. I mean, too bad it doesn't have much in terms of AT weaponry. Yeah, like Panzer 2 would be a better unit to have in that spot, but still, I mean, he's getting some good shots off, and then if that comes into reinforce, he's got more Panzer 2s now.
Well, that's the question I was going to say. Is like, can you imagine that being a P2 as opposed to a half-track? That would have been a complete slaughter down there. P-out rounds are going out, though, and there goes the half-track. I mean, he does know that it's there. And with the infantry there to screen, Canadians are not going to be there for very long.
No,
Sherman's kind of starting to kind of push ever so delicately towards the center. But he's not going to want to be too aggressive either. He's got to know there's other infantry just to the east of him.
Yeah. I mean, damn, that Panzer Grenadier is just so close. Another 100 meters or so.
To that kill range.
Keep him back. I really love his Panzer 2 play, man.
Well, yeah, that's definitely, you said this before to me, and I can't help but agree. The 9th Panzer is all about your P2 play.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do it old school, you can't do it at all with them.
No, you got to pretend that it's 1940s France, and you just got to keep pushing through the Ardennes.
Oh God, retreat! Piat squad claims a second victim. He still has 4 more rounds to go. Please, for the love of God, shoot the correct target. Nope, Piat squad's gonna get in for a 3rd round. Don't make me eat my words. Come on, back up, back up. Too late.
Nope. Yeah, jeez. Jeez. It's a little bit ballsy moving up the second P2 into the same spot where the first P2 was blown up without moving up infantry.
Yeah, you know, but he's like, you know what? He can't possibly be there again, can he?
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that is not to be the case. He's going to start bouncing rounds off of that Sherman. That's a very, very optimistic shot, and let's just back off. Good man.
He's set up on a AT gun to try and deal with that ram.
Now, 25 pounder, like you said, coming in. Sorry, going down to the shooting down to the south. I'm sorry, ooh. Ram is like you said, shifting center. What else are we gonna say there?
No, I was saying this Pack 38 coming in could have maybe got a side shot, but all the buildings are blocking its line of sight.
Yes, yes. The one smaller bright side is that all the wasps that get brought in for the Canadians get blown up almost instantly. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean they live fast and die young.
Their stars burn rather brightly, but then they burn themselves out.
Exactly.
Humber and P2 are engaging in a pissing match, which leaves a driver wounded for the Humber, and if the P2 has its way, yep.
Yeah, the P2 is gonna run out for sure.
But the question is, how many rounds of fire will he expend? And actually, the Northern P2 ended up stealing that kill.
Coming in, and oh, it's this Northern push is going pretty well. I mean, the Mortar 3 doesn't have HE ammo, so that 6-pounder is pretty much untouchable. Unless the P2 can, like, kill a 6-pounder, or the Mortar can, but, the Mortar may be able to just stun it up enough for the P2 to rush through.
Well, one more shot could have been enough, but I don't think he's not going to get the round off in time.
Oh, no.
He's dead.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
That was lucky.
Apparently he goes to church. And for good reason. There's going to be that P2 is going to take out that 6-pounder any second now. You feel free to shoot anytime you want to, sweetie.
Or just capture him, you know, save the ammo.
Yes, but you know what? If he doesn't kill him, then he can't hang up the anti-tank gun on his tank with, like, a kill marker.
Fair point.
So, going to abstract painting here, but the front lines are starting to look a little bit better for the Germans. Not excessively so. He's going to clean up a lot of his infantry to the north. But he shouldn't find that too hard to do. I always forget optics. Yeah, optics are pretty crappy.
Yeah, it's really only like off-map artillery pieces or recon and some infantry that have, you know, the good optics capability.
And recon Panthers.
And recon Panthers.
Ooh,
is it a tank? Is it a recon? Who knows?
I'm sure the guys fighting against it would definitely like to know at some point. AT, the center part of the town, is gone. Recon's getting picked off one by one. And shockingly, so far there's been no air power either in this match or heck in that last match that we saw on Tuesday.
Holy moly, you're right. Maybe this is going to be complete ground warfare. Yo, the Canadians definitely want to try to utilize the Spitfires that they have available.
Yes, they do. And we are to Phase B, so slightly more qualified infantry is coming on out for the Canadians. Unfortunately, they still don't know how to use AT weapons just yet.
Nope.
There's all the smart ones right there that are actually using that, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, and Germans, or YueJin, now has pretty much complete control of the town, and up north it's looking pretty Gucci for him too. Got the Panzer 2s moving around, just grabbing all that land. But now there are some proper Shermans on the field now, and they can prove to be a bit of a pain, unless the Mortar 3 can shoot it, which Sherman's now in range to shoot back, yo, so a bit of a dangerous proposition for that Mortar.
Yeah, that's true, but still a +2 for YueJin, and I'm going to guess that Sherman's going to prioritize. Yep, he's shooting north to that P2.
Yeah. He's going to be able to duck into the orchard, and just in the nick of time. Here we go.
Oh, he's a very pastoral fellow. P4 coming in from the German side. P4J. Okay.
Yeah, classic cooling. Get one per minute.
And down to the south.
Down south.
Yes, I'm happy you spied that as well. I was going to say that stag hound that was down there, the P2 Lukes, bounced a couple hundred rounds of ammunition off of that and finally killed it. And with that going down, there's one squad of infantry down there, and then that's it. Don't know that I want to be Canadians right now down to the south.
Oh, no, definitely not. Panzer 2 goes down to a Piat in the town, and the second one almost was surrendered, but fortunately the infantry that's trying to surrender it was stunned up.
Assassinated. Now, recon optics on that P1, you would think they'd be able to see that rifle squad, you know, like, what, 30 meters away from them? 50 meters, maybe?
I think it's because, okay, they don't have line of sight. Like, if you look at line of sight, it's barely... They just move forward just a tad, and they can see through the tree line.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Wasp, in the meantime, gets smoked off, and the P2 should have a nice little shot in the backside. Nope. Never mind.
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh my god. You've been sitting on that for weeks.
I've been waiting to play it. I legit been waiting to say that one for a while.
Oh jeez, that makes sense. But you know what? You're absolutely right. Yeah. Absolutely right. More P4, like you said, P4J to the north. Ooh, an SD. Okay, the quad 20 mil. Yeah. The anti-infantry platform, because Lord knows it doesn't do diddly squad against any kind of aircraft. And a Shrek squad coming in down near, trying to pick off that Sherman. Not sure that's going to happen necessarily. It's an awfully optimistic proposition.
Yeah, I mean, you can just be a bit patient with it. You definitely still knock out a few vehicles with the Panzer Shrek.
And half track in the center part of this center part of the map, kind of doing his whole little I shoot weapons super fast. Takes out the AT squad. That's a super positive thing right there. One of these P-Grens might try to be a little more adventurous, get to the left into that last little part of the town and push on that ram, or heck, even cut through the forest.
I think he's gonna try out the Panzer Shrek.
Yeah.
So the ram's gonna pull backwards. It's definitely a smart move. I mean, they have no real infantry cover left, so might as well fall back.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. And up north, we've got some infantry being brought in, probably to try to hunt down the Panzer II. There's going to be a command unit, so it will be P-atted most likely at Panzer II Lukes.
Yep, and there's that rifle leader right there. With the command steward there as well. That veterancy will not be a huge issue. Wow, rifles took out the P2.
I think it was the Wasp.
I would be surprised by that. He was still moving, I think, at the time, but okay. Shrek squad, there we go. Ooh, justifies his existence. Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah. And it's definitely going to clear things up in the middle now. Just knocking out run around definitely helps. But you still have a Sherman 3,
yes,
which is still going to be a bit of a pain. But the main thing is YueJin has the town, and I mean, having the town is pretty important. And he has the north, so he can just kind of, you know, chill out, not have to worry too much, and wait till C phase where you can actually get like a Tiger tank.
Yeah, that is true. And we're only a couple minutes away from that. In the meantime, though, we're going to see the rifle leader send in his mooks to spot for him, and then it's going to be a Piat to the backside of that P2, and the P2 is going to get P'd on.
Absolute piss and match.
Well, where it rains, it pours. And wait a second, they're not technically close enough, are they? Wow, that's...
No, I think it's also... I think it has to be in an
visual range.
Vehicle.
Oh, no, no. I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking, well, I thought the rifle leader might be able to take shots from where it is, but...
Oh, okay.
But no, he doesn't have line of sight, so... Thank you, God, for that one. But that's going to change it any second. Yes, retreating is a good plan. There he goes. He's going to get out in time, though. Shot comes...
Kobe.
Jeez. You know, a lot of British divisions have a problem in terms of using ballistics, but the Canadians, man, you know, if you can shoot a puck, you can fire a Piat, apparently.
same ballistic properties, I think.
Exactly.
I mean, they should just stop using the Piat launcher and just like use hockey sticks instead.
Slap shots.
I mean, I've seen some guys with like, you know, like street hockey just fucking like pelt them down the street in the air and just get them to the goal. It's pretty awesome.
Well, even if it's not street hockey, even the guys in the pros sometimes, good God, it's absolutely terrifying. We missed the Wolverine going down to the south, but I'm not sure if Logan down there is going to be able to stand up to the P4. Whoever gets that first shot will certainly have a good deal of advantage. Although the Wolverine has just been given first shot. Oh wow, he's going after a Martyr too.
Well, that's a big loss on the Martyr.
Yes, it is, but there'll be one more Saint in Heaven, it seems. Also note that the Sherman up north, I think, got disabled by that Martyr 3.
Yeah.
And the next Shrek...
Probably. Next
Shrek, victim, not going to be the Wasp, but could have been that very, very nearly.
Yeah. Good use of the Wasp from ChickenDew. I mean, these drops are very important for him in his town fight. They're one of the best units that you can use to clear. Because the rifles, even though, you know, they got veterancy, they're not the British rifles. They only have one submachine gun. So they're pretty mediocre when it comes to town clearing against Panzergrams. So he really needs that ROSP to stick around and burn the everlasting Jesus out of everything.
Well, to provide that firepower, pardon the pun. But in the meantime, still no AT on the infantry squads, and we're going to get pretty close into Phase C soon enough. YueJin still holds the points advantage, 55-45, he's up 1,250, he's exactly halfway to victory as we speak.
Yeah. The Canadians, they got a 2-star Saxton now, so that's a pretty scary piece of firepower.
It is, but he's not aiming anywhere close to being someplace important.
Oh, he's trying to get the anti-aircraft weaponry.
Which, has it even fired? It hasn't even fired.
No, it's just
you
he's
barbarian.
been enjoying the roar from afar.
Falling back, yeah, I'd fall back too.
Earlier on we had Panzer 2s in the town and now we have Panzer 4s. Maybe in the next 10 minutes we'll see some Panzer 6s.
You know what? I kind of wonder what a P5 or P6 would have looked like in terms of just overall anything.
Well, the P5 is the Tiger.
Yeah, but I mean the Tiger. Okay,
no,
that's
it's
true.
the Panther. It's the Panther. Sorry,
but
the
that's
is
true.
The Tiger.
But like a strict. Okay.
Okay.
Not to get too deeply into it, but the Tiger at the same time wasn't necessarily the same kind of battle tank. You know, it was meant to be an island.
Yeah.
As opposed to the earlier tanks where, you know, tanks were supposed to be islands. They were supposed to be mutually supporting forces. I think I'd like to see more of another medium tank as opposed to a super heavy. I don't know. At this point, I'm just talking out of my ass, but that's okay. Pioneers, in the meantime, running afoul of those Sherman 3s, and that guy's either going to die. He's running back and forth like it's a cartoon, and he's in a shooting gallery.
Hands, let's run left, let's run right. Why are we running? Ah, serpentine.
Yeah, exactly. It's much harder to hit a moving target. I picked up that perk. South continues to be almost unblemished by war, which is just a very, very weird thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, both sides have pretty much set up the line in the sand, and neither side really want to cross it.
Well, for good reason, too. I mean, it's... Since it's a duelist map, we do have a loose, kind of mirrored position on both sides.
Goes down to the Shrek.
Yes, it does. That guy's gotten at least 2 kills.
Yeah.
He's going back for a third, I think. He's gonna see if he can stun up that Sherman 3. Transmission damaged. Get in there, boys. He's falling back. Get in. Oh, come on. That's gonna go to the P4. Yeah.
Here we go.
And it is Phase C, so here comes all the veterancy from the 9th Panzer.
And the Tiger up north.
Ooh.
That Tiger's gonna be really good because he's not fighting against a dedicated armored division, so he doesn't worry about like lots of Fireflies. It's only like maybe 2 or 4 Fireflies and like 2 or 4 Achilles or Wolverines or etc.
Exactly.
So the Tiger has pretty good chances, and it also has a veterancy advantage against all the Canadian stuff. So yeah, I mean it's definitely going to help out a lot, and it's also good for fire support.
So it's not coming at Millhouse, but it might. It might as well be. Good lord. Yeah.
And it's not Rickman, so it has like a 10% extra chance of not being blown up.
Plot armor. Tiger is... Ooh, yeah, I always forget how powerful that main gun is. Good god. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing when spot troops like, I have nothing to fear, I can charge. Oh, jeez. 25-pounder, though, is continuing to shell the town, as is that Sexton. And the Sexton, jeez, he has just guns for days.
Yeah, the 2-star Sexton is pretty much a machine gun. Imagine if he had if you moved the Dingo back for 3-star veterancy, it's dirty. It's dirty how fast that thing can shoot with 3-star veterancy.
Well, 6 rounds a minute in the first place is pretty insane, so I can only imagine. Infantry is being brought on in by the Germans to the north to kind of clear out a couple more of these pockets. He's 1 or 2% more, and he's going to get that +2. And he doesn't necessarily need it, but it's like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like carrying a condom when you go to a frat party at Uni. Wow, and the Shrek's getting another kill, and this time taking out the infantry, too. So getting a high-value kill. at least to me at this point. The Canadians are desperate just to kind of hold on to any kind of territory they have. And anything the Germans can do to stop that, well, hey, that's a nice big bonus.
Yeah, but really, YueJin just has the complete momentum. He has all the important units on the map. He has the tanks, he has the brick wall, set in stone. Well, ChickenDew, I mean, he doesn't really have the force to really take the town. It's just been a real bloodbath for him. And he has this flying 17-pounders coming in up north. Quite a lot of 17-pounders, actually.
That's okay, because it's ME-109.
And almost gets a kill, but here comes a Spitfire.
And we know how this one's going to turn out. ME-109's not going to get a whole lot of safety coming back.
Oh, he has a unit here. Oh, no. He should have kept turning. He shouldn't have evac'd.
There it goes, and that's going to be an unfortunate death.
Yeah. If he kept turning with the Spitfire, then he probably could have got the AA guns to stress out the Spitfire, and he could have probably killed it again. A little bit too hasty on the retreat button. You always have to be careful with airplane battles, because you don't want to hit that retreat button in unfavorable circumstances.
Just so. Now, one 17-pounder does go down. I'm not sure what he got tapped by other than that.
I think it was... I think the rocket plane fire, like the little napalm effect, killed it.
Well, it does look like YueJin says, at first you don't succeed, try again. Falling back immediately, though, again.
And there goes a 17-pounder.
Yes, sir. So that's super dangerous now, because it's just a Firefly, and that guy is not made for straight-on combat.
Nope, he does not have the veterancy advantage to fight that Tiger, so I wouldn't want to engage that. We've got the Saxon trying to keep it at bay, but that's not really going to be enough.
So, question just for you, stylistically. So, you know, you're up in territory right now. Do you try to sit tight, or do you try to push?
Keep pushing, keep applying pressure.
Keep the enemy off their game, right?
Yeah, exactly, and also, you can make the match end sooner.
That's fair. Totally fair. Unless, of course, you're the 7/16th, at which point you grab every piece of cover known to mankind, and you wait for the world to end.
Yeah, if you just hold, the same with like 16 Luftwaffe and 352nd. Those guys, you just hold. You just hope for the best and try to hold, and then it never works. Just like in real life.
Wow, that's a very, very pessimistic view. Airstrike to the south. Ooh, and this one. Oh, wow. Okay. Focke-Wulf going after the Spitfire, and P4 takes out the Wolverine to the south. No healing factor is going to save him, but the Focke-Wulf will die. But you know what? I'd trade a Focke-Wulf to take out that lone source of anti-tank down there any day of the week and twice on Saturdays.
Yeah, and now with that down, I mean, YueJin can make the push down now. I don't know if he will or not, because all he really has is that one Panther and one Panther Fuhrer to be the screen for his Pants 4, but accuracy.
Well, amusingly enough, we do see two Crusader Mark IIs up to the north. And whoa. The 25-pounder is being engaged directly by tanks, and he fired off one anti-tank round, which tells you how dire the situation is. When the artillery pieces are being used as AT pieces. This is not the Eastern Front yet. So, yeah, quite terrifying. Quite terrifying.
Quite terrifying indeed. Yeah, and YueJin just has the armor blob rolling, all the Panther 4s, the Tiger, the Mortars, the light half-tracks. It's just, not looking good for ChickenDew at all. Do you want to go 2 times speed at 3150?
Sure. With 17 pounders getting shot up pretty easily there. And 2, 1, go. Alright, weapon jammed the Crusader. It's always embarrassing when that happens. Don't worry, sir. We have medication for it. P4s are right there, though. And 17 pounder might get like one shot off. Sexton was able to get a little bit of cover. But the Seal of Confession won't hide you, my friend. And, yep. 17 pounder goes down. AA guns are going down. There goes the Sexton. Tiger group moves in to the north. One more shot, 17 pounder transmission damaged. And this is still going to be dead no matter what. So +3. Yikes. So, noble victory. And a very valorous defeat right over there for our good friend ChickenDew. And wow.
Yeah, like, standard, like, 1,000 difference, roughly. And, yeah, looking at losses real fast, Panda 2s did pretty bloody good.
Yeah, it was
just really good Panda 2 play.
A lot of those kills happened in the last, 3-4 minutes as well.
Yeah. Now, Panda 4's doing pretty decent, and Tiger alright. And looking at the kills for the connects.
Not much.
Yeah, the Piat dude knocking out 2 Panda 2s is pretty decent, and, yeah, not really much, yeah. And just looking at history, that's a lot of dead Canadians early on, geez Louise.
Well, the funny thing is that after they stabilize, it gets a lot better for them, and at the absolute end of it, it just goes to the dogs yet again.
Yep, he just gets completely pushed out at the end, as you can tell. But, really, just good play from YueJin, just... And in the early meat grinder fight with Ross versus Stern Pioneers and Stormtroopers, he managed to use his vehicle advantage to his advantage, and just roll with it, essentially.
Well, and that's exactly what you have to do, isn't it? Stay light, stay goosey, and stay on top of things.
I think ChickenDew maybe could have put some more pressure on the flanks on his end, just to try to keep pressure off the town, because he really tried hard in the town. Maybe if he pushed south, he could have grabbed some ground and really just, apply less pressure on north and mid. But he still played pretty bloody well.
Yep, he definitely didn't lay an egg in this match. He fought well, he just was outmatched by that kind of, like you said, the P2 play. Well done.
Chicken's not coming home to roost.
No, he's not going to the other side of the road. He's being put out to pasture. Yep. Or served up and whatever. All these jokes are starting to get foul. So, alrighty. I'm gonna stop clucking about. Rang, you have anything more to add?
No.
Alright. Folks, I'll see you next week. Keep an eye out for more from us. I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm RangRoo. Take it easy.